I have a lady, in fact, two of them, one of them, my cousin from Seoul, you know, in Nigeria, she's been married for 12 years and she's tried IVF 4 times, nothing. And the two tubes were blocked. And they told her, well, there's nothing we can do. We introduced her to the product. I said, oh, Auntie, this product, I said, okay, try it. But we gave her a call to detox. After 2 months, she went back to the hospital. They did a scan, they did everything. Said, madam, all your tubes are clean. What happened? We said, well, I thank God. Then guess what? 2 months after that, which makes it 4 months, she's now pregnant, for 16 weeks pregnant.
So watching what we eat and how we eat them. And it's also interesting what you said about some foods we're not meant to eat. You know, some foods, we have no business going near them at all. And quite a number of us do not know that. What are the foods I should avoid? Mm-hmm. And so this is why the thing that you're doing, building the health awareness, going around, which you do on a weekly basis. And like I said, I was there last week, and a number of people, even men, were asking a lot of questions. You know, asking a lot of questions about their health, because everyone wants to live. Yes. So most people do want to live, and they want to live a healthy life. So it's very important to watch what we eat, and also to pay attention when our bodies are telling us something, that we should really pay attention to those. And so if someone wants to get hold of you, or they want to have you tell them about or more about what it is that they can eat or they cannot eat, or, you know, how can they get hold of you?
I have a platform that I speak on every Sunday at 8 p.m. So we call it Health Awareness, Health Day. So we speak on, we have a lot of practitioners, we have doctors, we have scientists, and myself. And one of them, the speaker on the day. But mainly the doctors will come and present the medical aspect of what can be wrong with this person's system. And they will come and ask me questions on how this particular product can be used. So I'm one of the representatives, and I partner with RAIN International. So RAIN International is a seed nutrition-based company. So what they've done, which is why I'm so passionate about them, they've found a way to go back to the basics. They found a way to go back to the Bible times. So they've gone back all the way to get fruits and to get seeds. So those seeds that were used in the Bible times, they found them and they started putting them together. Not only putting them together, but they were doing it the way they would do it in the Bible times. So they harnessed it cold and raw and packaged it. So that means they've not damaged the potency of the seeds. So they packaged it in nature, the way nature intends. So we say, we are nature, we are God's creator. So they said, this is nature meeting nature. So that's what they've done, which is why I'm so passionate about it, because they have done it in such a way that they haven't tampered with any natural stuff in it. So that is why when you take, and they have different type of products. So these products are naturally, they're giving us back our health. They're working with our cells. So they work at cellular level. So they work back, they give us our cells back. And for most people, when you clock 40 or 50, from over 50, let's not just, we can put in powder, we can put in everything. The gene, our cells start dying. It start degenerating. And with the pressure of life, with the issues of life, giving birth, family issues, even going to work, with men, out there working, thinking, thoughts on how they will put their hands meet for their family. Those things weigh us down internally and physically. So they tamper with the cells. So cells start going down gradually. And that's when aging comes in. So people start getting old because cells are no longer working the way they ought to be working. So that's where this product comes in. So because it's made out of seed, we know there's so many things out there, but this one, I can stand by it any day because we know anything in this world starts from seed. We as a human being, we started from seed. So that's why they went back to the basic. They went back to seed. anything in this world, any plants, any food, you must, a seed must go down first. So it starts from seed. So they went down to seed, harness the power of seed and put it together. So that's why any of this product, they created so many products. They created core, which is actually good for the toxin. So they said, okay, this product, if you take it, it just a core organs. So the company we're talking about is Rain International. So they've created, and this company actually started, before I go into the products, I'll give you the basics of the company. The company started in the United States on the 11th of 2011, by a gentleman called Byron Becker. Byron Becker was one of the marketing, personnel in the company. And then they found out that some of these young girls, some children, 7-year-olds were having cancer. And they took them to the lab and they started feeding them with basic seed. For instance, they gave them the seed, the black cumin seed. And they found out that they were checking the cells, checking their blood level, found out that these cells, the cancerous cells, were dying. They were dying. And after a while, they brought the children back, and I realized that, look, these children are getting, better. They were eating, but from what they were eating, they were not getting nutrition. So the nutrition was dying. They were not getting nutrition that was meant to get from food. And they had cancer. So while giving them this, administering this basic, seed to them, they started feeling better. And then I said, okay, we can go a step, because the taste was not palatable. Okay, let's go a step further to make it palatable, again, from nature, without adding any additives. So they went back and they found chardonnay grapeseed. Chardonnay grapeseed is one of the powerful seeds on earth, because it works with core organs in the body. So they added it, and it has sweet taste. So they add it to it naturally. So it becomes very palatable for the children to be able to take. And after a while, they now saw that the children recovered from cancer just by giving them those seeds. And then the company, of course, they couldn't sustain the company. It was about to go down because there was no funding. It's like, the government was not backing like that. So this gentleman, Byron Becker, God bless him, went down, called his friend and said, look, this company is too good to go down. We need this company to be alive. They came together, put money together, and then the company came back alive under the umbrella of Rain International, as in Rainfall International. And then he now became the CEO of the company and pioneer. And the way he packaged the company is so good that, you can tell that this guy, he has a heart to give. So he made it so easy for anybody that wants to, cares about their health, cares about people, come in and help other people. As you're helping yourself, you're helping other people. And he made it so easy for people to just come and join. And when you join, you just, pay a token and you get something in reward. You get products, and then you sign up and you get your back office. So you're actually giving back to your community. You are looking after yourself, and then you are giving back by inviting other people that might need this product to come and join and buy and use for their health. And as they're joining, the company is paying you. So it's giving back to you as you're giving back to the community. Because, we believe that one person knows somebody that is sick. So anybody that that somebody that is sick, okay, if you don't want to join, just buy. If you buy, that, yes, it's an eye-opener, you're already a step away, to getting a good health. So we have a lot of these products. The first one is a core, which has 10 ingredients in it. I beg your pardon, 10 ingredients in core, natural ingredients, which I have researched personally and I can talk about personally. And these ingredients can, they deal, helps with diabetes, helps with high blood pressure, helps with bad cholesterol level, helps with headache, whether it's from blood pressure, from natural headache. I have a lady, she's a pastor's wife, she's had headache since she was a teenager. She's been everywhere. She's done scan. She's done the MRI, everything. This headache was still there. And she has blood pressure. And I said, okay, come on, madam, let's register you. And I said, okay, I want to do it. In fact, I know people that can benefit. The lady went, okay, I'll take a call. She took the call. The following morning from Nigeria, she called me. She said, madam, this headache, I've been everywhere. I've done everything. But just taking one last night, because the brother came in the afternoon and she called me. I said, okay, let's start. And they said, just taking one overnight. The headache has subsided. Then the third day, she said, the headache is gone. And I thought, how long have you had this headache for? She said, she's had it since teenager. And this woman is 60. So she said, wow, I don't know. There's some, and then going on to soap. We have a soap product. Soap was actually one of the first products the company made, which was the one that was given to the children in the lab. So it consists of, red, black cumin seed, blackberry seed. So everything from seed, 4 ingredients in soul. So soul actually helps to regenerate, dead cells. So it brings about, it gives life back to any cells that is dead, and it gives you strength, that energy that you feel like, not that the one you take from sugar and you crash. This one lasts you all day. And those are the things that we keep getting back. When people take soul, I have somebody on soul right now. She used to see, she suffers from PAL for over 20 years. And I have somebody that suffered from PAL over 20 years and he said, actually, is a man. And he said, after 3 days, I felt something suck something up inside me because they were having the skin dangling for a long time. He said, the thing just sucked. It's like I felt something pull something out, pull something inside me. And that was the end of PAL. And a friend, a man, confided in him that, look, I'm suffering from this. I've just got my own, health back home. Speak to this lady, and she spoke to me. And the day I spoke with him 3 days ago, he said, Madam, this thing, there's something about this thing. When I take soul in the morning, I don't feel I want to eat. I feel strength inside me. I feel renewed. I feel rejuvenated. I said, yes, that's the power of nature, meeting nature, because it's connecting with those cells and it wakes up those cells. It works as a detective. So he goes for even things, I said, even things that you didn't bargain for. He will do it. I don't even think, oh, this thing has been there for a while. Just leave it there. Let me just be coping. He just goes in like a detective, looks out for whatever cells is damaged and just fix it. And as you keep taking the product, he stands by it. So he's like a guard. He just stands there that this thing must not go bad again. He stands by it. And people feel like, I see 80-year-old using walking stick and they dropped it. 80-year-old with glaucoma, taking soul, and the lady we were meant to go for operation because of the lockdown in Nigeria. And after 2 weeks, Mama said to the children, I can see a bit. And I said, okay, keep giving Mama more. And the Mama now, there's no need for glaucoma operation, no need for cataract operation. Everything gone. People with glasses, wearing glasses. The lady that 3 glasses said she can't even cook without glasses. She said one day she jumped out of bed, she was cooking, she couldn't find glasses, just went to the kitchen. She said found out that she can see the pot clearly. She came back. She now thought, okay, to be sure, she took a magazine. She said she could read. She took Bible. She said she could read. She said, what is going on? And she didn't realize, because she was so used to glasses, she realized that this thing has corrected her vision. My own personal friend in Nigeria, the mom was meant to go for glaucoma and cataract. She called me 2 days ago, said the doctor called me, my mom's doctor, my mom's ophthalmologist, said, what are you giving your mom? Because each time she comes, even now, mommy's eyes, she doesn't even need operation anymore. Please, you need to give me the name of that product. I need to start taking it. So the list is on and on. And I have a lady, in fact, 2 of them, one of them, my cousin from Seoul, in Nigeria, she's been married for 12 years. And she's tried IVF 4 times, nothing. And the two tubes were blocked. And they told her, well, there's nothing we can do. We introduced her to the product. I said, oh, Auntie, this product, I said, okay, try it. But we gave her a call to detox. After 2 months, she went back to the hospital. They did a scan, they did everything. Said, madam, all your tubes are clean. What happened? We said, well, I thank God. Then guess what? 2 months after that, which makes it 4 months, she's now pregnant, for 16 weeks pregnant. There's a lady, they called me, they gave her my number from Nigeria in February. She said, Auntie, that she's been for an operation in March and she got married in August last year. And the doctor told her that if she doesn't get pregnant within 6 weeks, then within 6 months, then they should come back. But there's some tiny bubbles in her tubes. I said, oh, okay. So those are signs of cyst and all that. I said, don't worry, go on this product. So she was the first. I said, I don't want to know the condition of your husband, whether she's fine. I said, both of you must go on it. Because with my other cousin that said she's pregnant, we found out that the husband had low sperm counts and was on a blood pressure tablet. So we had to change. So tell your doctor to change the blood pressure tablet to a lower one. So the sperm came back. And then he was able to pregnant, pregnant his wife naturally. And this cousin of mine was able to get her naturally for the first time. She's 42. And this lady that just got married told me that, look, the doctor said, I said, don't worry about what the doctor says. Just make sure you and your husband are taking it. The doctor said your husband is fine, it's fine. But Make sure you're both taking it. They took the core, which is for detoxification, because there's so much toxin in the system. Even the air we breathe in now, it's got toxin. The water we drink, it's got toxin. So this detoxification is always a procedure to go through, even after a while, maybe once in 3 months, once in 6 months. So I always make sure they do that, so that when you start taking so, it has, it's able to penetrate deeper and help the system and work faster. So this lady went on call, finished, and after 2 months, said, "Oh, auntie, I've run out." I said, "Okay, let's put you on so now." And only to call me last week, "Oh, auntie, I'm feeling funny. I can't eat. I'm throwing up." I said, "Okay, you know what? Just go to the hospital so that we can see." I know it's what I'm thinking about, but let's put it to, to paper. Let's see black and white. So last Wednesday, I was going for my walk. She sent me a text from Nigeria with the test, pregnancy result, positive. So the list goes on, and I somebody that has cancer here. They were going for chemo. They didn't even tell me. Oh, she just told me, "Oh, the husband just has blood pressure, high sugar level." And I said, "Oh, okay, let's start your husband on call." So we started. He said, "But with you," and I just felt to pray with her. I prayed with her. I said, "But are you okay? How is your health?" She said, "Madam, that she's on 2 blood pressure tablets, the highest. That she's even scared now that when she goes back, they might not be able to give anything, and the blood pressure keeps shooting up." I said, "Okay, do you want me to work with you as well?" She said, "Okay, open your own account." She opened an account, as in registering herself. So they were back, because I want to monitor that you are taking what I asked you to take, because if you are taking it sparingly and you come back and say it's not working, then it's not going to work. So she followed everything I said to them. And instead, I said, when they ask you, just, don't say anything, but keep taking. And the good thing is you can keep taking the doctor's medication. It doesn't interfere, because it's food. It's just nourishing your system. It's giving you what we are looking for, food that food does not give us. That's what it gives us. And there's no overdose. So you can take as many as possible. You just find out that it keeps renewing your strength. It keeps rejuvenating you from inside. You feel younger. The strength I used to have when you're younger, you feel it from inside. And you feel you can go on and on and on and on and on. So this lady said, "Okay." And after 2 months, I kept calling. Every other day, I'll call them. I said, "Madam, I forgot to even mention to you that the husband has cancer." I said, "What?" I said, "But you didn't mention to me, and he's been undergoing chemo. He has 15 chemo plan, first 5, and his next 5, and next 5, and they've taken the first 4, and they're about to go for the 5th one." I said, "But the company policy says you must not take a while on chemo. You must wait until after a few weeks and go back." I said, "Madam, I cannot stop him." I said, "But why?" He said, "You know why? Because when we went for the last chemo, because just one started before the last chemo. When we went for the last chemo, the doctors, they will take blood sample and they will check after." Said they called us, because I told her, I said, "Don't say anything." They called us, and in fact, they said they were surprised. There is nothing to worry about, but all the blood counts, all the cells that was meant to die, they were still alive. They were all alive. That they don't know what is going on. So, but because we said we shouldn't say anything, I said, "Just keep it to yourself." So by the time they were now going, I said, "You know what? Your husband might not, this chemo," I said, "This cancer will shrink." Said they're doing the chemo just to allow him his bowel cancer so that he can now go for operation later. So they were trying to shrink the cancerous cells so that they can take him for operation. Guess what? That 5th one, they called them, they said, the cancerous cells are shrunk to half. Just 4 weeks on call. She called me, she started crying, she started praying, said, "I knew that the day my path crossed with yours, it was an ordained day. It wasn't just an accident." Said because that life came back to their family, that the husband lost hope. The husband thought that was the end of the road. He was not even interacting with them anymore. But after taking this product for a few weeks, the guy could feel a sense of life coming back. And he could feel this energy coming back. He could sense hope in the horizon. I said, "Okay, let's just keep going." And then after, I think it was December, they contacted me in October. By December, I said, "What about your blood pressure?" He said, "Look, blood pressure runs in a family. That is even something that he knows that he can't escape." I said, "Do you believe this thing can be done?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Okay, let's start with yours." So we started with that. So I said, "Okay, can you do me a favor? Once the blood pressure goes down, at least to reduce to 1 tablet, are you able to share what I'm talking about? Are you able to share my link and tell people about it?" Say, "Yes, if I can get to 1 tablet, I promise you I'll do that." I said, "Okay." So after, I think it was December, he now called. I said, "How is your husband?" He said, "Oh, they actually took him for operation. I tried to call you, but you were not available." And they actually just someone and they said they should go for the operation. And they came back in January. So January, she called me, said, you won't believe what happened at the hospital, that they actually asked her to sign that it's 50-50. That husband might not make it. However, all the after effects, aftermath, they prepared them, all the, the people that will take over and treat the husband. Said, guess what? We came home the following day. That the doctors were baffled. They'd never seen anything like this. They were just saying, that everything that was meant to go wrong, everything that was, even, he said, you know what, those doctors were jobless after, those were that went to look after my husband. They were jobless. They couldn't do anything because there was nothing for them to do. They just were looking. And then 2 consultants called us a few days ago and said, we were still baffled about what happened to your husband. Positively, we're baffled because we've never seen anything like this. But since you said we should keep quiet, we didn't say anything. I said, that's the best thing. Just leave it that way. So what about you? I said, how far? He said, and I have a testimony to share. I said, okay, let's hear it. He said, my nurse has reduced my blood pressure tablet to 1. I thought, okay. So what do you want to do now? Do you want it to be reduced to half? He said, in fact, I've been thinking, because it's capsule, I'm going to go back to the nurse so that when they give me tablet, I'll cut it to 2 and I'll start. So last week I spoke with her. I said, my blood pressure has been 121/74. It's never been like that for a long time. And it's stable. But I'm scared that if I reduce the tablet, it might affect and shoot up. I said, okay, what you need to do, there's no overdose. You're taking 2 a day. Take it to 3 a day. Once you take it to 3 a day, you realize that your blood pressure will go further down. There's no science about that. I said, oh, thank you very much. So I'll get back to you. But by the way, I've started talking about this thing. I've started introducing people because it's an eye-opener. I never believed it could be done. I never believed that she could escape. That the way it is now, when you told me that, you can escape blood pressure, she didn't believe me. So let me tell you something. I didn't believe you that day. But now, I believe it because it's working, because I can see. A lot of testimonies. Is it with kidney stone? Somebody that has kidney stone. And they said, come back in 2.5 weeks for dialysis. And this lady bought the product, couldn't afford to take it because, it's a bit on the other side. I want to sell it. And the lady said, you know what? If she dies, money will be there. She started drinking it. And there's something we call immune response, which some people encounter. So some people will feel like, okay, when they have blood, high sugar, the blood sugar will just rocket. So what I say to people is a war going on. So one must win. So when the thing rockets or when the pain intensify, that's when the battle is so hot. So you must keep going. And after a while, it just goes down and never comes up again. So the lady said she was so much in pain that the husband was like, that she wants to stop. 3rd day, that she was in pain, the pain in the kidney. The doctor said, keep going, keep going. And after a while, she took it for another 1 week. And the pain just subsided. And when the pain subsided, she felt relieved. But he said it was too much excruciating that she felt like she wanted to stop, but the husband encouraged her to keep going. And after the week, the pain came down. Guess what? She went back to the hospital, saw the same doctor, did another x-ray just to be sure. And then the doctor was like, hang on, let me go and look for the x-ray that you did 2.5 weeks ago. Got it out and compared, nothing. Kidney stones gone. And then that day she had one of the sachets of salt in her bag. And the doctor was like, well, it's the same you that I saw 2.5 weeks ago. What happened? Lady said, well, doctor, I took something. This is what the doctor said, okay, whatever you've taken, go and keep doing it. He said, but you said you prescribed me some medication. I said, you don't need anything. Which medication am I prescribing? Oh, God. The lady is now one of our leading top, one of our top, I think, Pearl Elite in Nigeria now. She's doing it full time. She's campaigning. She's talking to people. She was a teacher. She's left her job because this, is a business aspect of this company that helps you. If you want to go into it fully, you can do business. So she's gone into it fully. And she just said, I'm going to start telling people about this because I know a lot of people that are sick in my community and I'm taking it upon myself to create that awareness. And she's doing it. So the list go on and on and on and on.
I can imagine. As you speak about this product, and I know you have more testimonials that you could speak of. What I'm thinking is, this product, this rain product, is it something that you have to take every day for the rest of your life, or does it get to a point that you can actually stop?
Okay. I have people asking me that question all the time. And my answer is, you eat every day. And you won't say, because I've eaten yesterday, I'm not going to eat today unless you're fasting. And because this product is food, it's not medication. Like we said, it's seed nutrition. It's that nutrition that you're looking for in your food that is no longer there. Even if you do, I try as much as I do organic. Even when you do organic, when you buy organic and you eat, some food you prepare, some food you eat raw, and you still can't get all of it. And some food you have to eat a lot of it to get what you're getting. There's a particular product. We have Soul Red as well. Soul Red actually comprises of red raspberry seed oil, which that oil has to, helps with the matters of the heart, helps to resolve, anything with the heart issues. Okay. Just go straight in there and helps to resolve them. And then we have black cumin seed, which is constant in all our products. Black cumin seed actually is what has been used in the Bible times to help to eliminate, eliminate when you're having that pain. Pain and restructuring the blood and every organ in the system. So it helps, like, keeps your body just to work in the right order, the way it ought to work. So when you are taking our products, we say, especially people that are really, really sick, they take a lot at first because you have to saturate your system with this product. And the company policy is, whatever reason, take it for at least 3 months. Let it saturate your system. Let it be part of your system. So meanwhile, when you have something that is giving you good pleasure, is satisfying your soul, is helping your body, why would you want to stop? Why would you? So if you feel like, okay, you've had enough, and then how would you maintain that? Because you're eating everything. This is food. So why would you want to stop eating? So what I always say to people, if you think you've already achieved what you want to achieve with the product, maybe ailment, you can now reduce and keep it as part of your life. Okay. Keep it as part of your life, maybe once in maybe 2 days, or once a day, or once in 3 days, so that you can maintain that which you have started.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Are there any side effects when people stop this, or do they just go back to how things were?
Not at all. Like I said, because it's organically processed and there's no medication. So if it's like an ailment, for instance, maybe it's blood pressure or diabetes, just for example, and you stopped, because this thing is helping you to maintain your sugar level, it's helping you to maintain your blood pressure, and you stopped. So obviously, it's like doctor prescribing blood pressure tablet and you stop, the blood pressure will go back up. And then most of the time, it doesn't go back up instantly, because don't forget, it's been working with your cells, it's been correcting some organs. And one thing in core is it actually works with pancreas, which produces insulin. So it helps to be like when you have an engine in a car, and the engine maybe knocks or about to knock, and they revibrates and they refunction, they just push the engine back in a good order. So that's what core does. God goes into the core organs, liver, kidney, pancreas. It goes there and restructure whatever has been damaged. It just corrects it so that the pancreas can be supplying insulin the way it ought to, so that liver can work the way it ought to function. So that's what that particular product does. Core. So core organs, restructuring, helping. And then as you're taking it, it stands by it. This thing must not get damaged again. It stands by it. And we can also, okay, you can now, reduce the intake and see, just to maintain what you already started. Yes.
As you're talking, what I'm wondering is, how come no one discovered these products before 2011? It was 2011, you said, wasn't it?
Yes.
That this product was discovered. How come no one discovered this until 2011?
Like I said, the product was already came about when the children were having cancer. 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds having cancer. And then they now realize that, look, there has to be, because they now realize that, look, these children are eating. It's not that they're not eating. But they now find out that the food they are eating is not giving that nutrition, which is what we ought to be getting from food. The nutrition is no longer there. So they can't fight that cell, that cancerous cell. They now took the children to the lab and started feeding them this. So it was an experiment to start with. So they started experimenting with the children, and then I realized that, oh, children are getting better. Because obviously, maybe they realize they can't give the children, the cancerous medication like adults. I don't know why, but they started experimenting with them. And they found out that these children are responding. Well, these cancerous cells are dying, and their own cells are fighting it naturally. And then I realized they can't sustain it anymore because also with things like that, you can't get funding easily. So they now realize that, look, we can't sustain this. And this man happens to be part of it, Baron Becker. And I said, look, this thing is too good to die. This thing is too, otherwise, this thing would have, maybe we wouldn't have heard of it. And the guy said, look, I'm going to go and look for the funding, get money from my friends, come together, borrow money, and start it. So that's how we came about it.
Thank you so much for that. We could go on and on and on because even the testimonials, I'm enjoying the testimonials. And, you know, it's like, is there, let me just ask you this quickly. Is there anything that this thing does not work for in your own experience? Is there maybe one illness, one situation, one thing that this thing has not been able to cure?
For so far, no. We don't say it cures, we say it helps.
It helps. Okay.
So because it's not medication, so we can't say it's curing. Okay. But we have seen, and what we say, we have lists of all illnesses, and we say, as long as that illness is in the body,
okay,
it will help to resolve it. The only thing it will not do is to wake up a dead body. That's the only thing it can do. That's it.
Praise God for that. And it's quite intriguing that anyone can use it. Anyone, despite our different blood types, the blood groups, and all our differences and all different ailments, allergies, and anyone can use it. Again, there's never been any problem with anyone suffering from any reactions from using it at all.
In fact, this seed nutrition based supplement, you know, caters for all reactions. We have people that when they have maybe ulcer, develop ulcer, maybe from taking supplements or from taking some medication being given, and they now realize that they've developed into ulcer. And some people maybe have fever. And some people, you know, as little as some people reacting to food. Some people, they will eat some food, which your body is telling you, don't eat it. But people don't know. They take that food and they start reacting, and they can't, maybe they're constipated, or they feel like hot inside, or even rushing to toilet. You know, like, you know, what do we call it? Dysentery. As little as, you know, minute. This product takes care of it. Because don't forget, it works at cellular level. Whatever happens in the body, it means just that one cell is not comfortable with whatever is going on. One cell is being affected. So it goes deep into the cells. It doesn't just work with the blood, it works at cellular level, one cell at a time. Like I said, it works like an investigator. It examines what is wrong, each cell at a time. So whatever is wrong, it just starts putting it right. So whether you are O positive, O negative, any blood, you know, type at all, because it's nature meeting nature.
Interesting.
And there was something that I was trying to say about somebody that said they used to drink, you know, common food that they can't eat it after a while, or now when they take the supplement, I think it's as simple as Gary. The guy spoke to us as Gary, and then he said, after taking the supplement, I found out that each time he eats it, that he found out that he can't function. He will just be feeling somehow, and he can now go back. He can eat what he wants. And that's one thing that I realized, that even though the body system will not accommodate some food, and that's why we say to people, if your body is not accommodating something, or you are reacting to something, it's not like hiding behind it. It's like investigate. Why is your body not acting? But people, we find out that some people just want to camouflage, because this thing will help me. Let me just, you know, take it. We still say to people, go for checkup. Do your blood tests. Find out what the sources are. But in most cases, people take it and they find out that they are normal, they're fine. And they just say, okay, I'll continue with blood, plus the energy they get, plus other extra. There was a guy that had blood pressure. It was a funny story, because this guy is single, had a child, and for a long time, he doesn't have anybody. Called my friend back home and said, oh, I would like the product you talked to me about. Got the product. And because this guy has not been functional, you know, sexually for a while, guess what? Started getting erection. And the guy now called my friend and said, oh, this product you sold to me, you said it's for blood sugar and blah, blah, blah. But amazingly, this thing has not been functioning for a while, because I'm not interested, I don't have girlfriend. I found out that it's now becoming life, it's functioning well. And my friend was like, well, you guys, that means I've bought one, I've got one free. It's like I've gotten more than I bargained for. So that's how it works. Some things that you don't even know that it's because it's working at cellular level. You might not even think, maybe this thing is not, there's nothing wrong, or you didn't even take, you didn't even put your mind at it. And then you find out after taking this thing that, oh yeah, I used to look somehow before, I can't see the screen before. But now I can see the screen. Apart from the headache gone, I cannot see clearly, So it works, it just starts like renovating a derelict house. So it starts cleaning it. It starts putting it in order. It starts bringing order back to where there's order in the system.
That's fantastic. That's really fantastic. Thank you so much. We could really go on and on, but we'll have to save the rest for another time. However, in the meantime, if anyone wants to come and listen to you, please tell us how we can reach you, the details where you have this weekly program which takes place on Sunday evening, yes, where people, you have question and answers. People can ask you all sorts of questions. And you also mentioned that there's always a doctor on the platform as well, alongside yourself. So if someone wants to come and listen to you talk, how can they contact you? Or if somebody who wants to have you talk to them on a one-on-one level, how do they reach you?
That would be my personal contact number. I can give on a one-to-one level, okay, because the Sunday Health Day that we talked, which is one of my platform that I used to talk about nutrition, okay, and it's actually generated as a Zoom platform, so which, okay, we generated every Sunday, okay, so it changes from time to time. Oh, however, okay, if anybody wants to reach out to me personally one-on-one, okay, my telephone number is 07961 251 567. Okay. That's 07961 251 567.
Thank you very much for that. And from there, of course, you can tell them anything else that they want to hear.
Yeah, I'm always open. I'm always open to questions. People ask me a lot of questions, and the ones I can answer, I'm always, open to help out. And then even if the ones I can't answer, I can always refer and speak to my, my other people, my partners that I work with in the community. And, like I said, my mind is to create awareness and to help as much as possible. So I'm always, passionate about, helping out as long as people reach out to me.
So yeah, may the Lord continue to strengthen you. It sounds really beautiful. It sounds really awesome. And, it's really fantastic. So you've heard from Mrs. Ekaje, the wonderful work that this product is doing, and also how what we eat really affects us, what we eat. In fact, for myself, I found out that when I eat certain foods, I begin to feel uncomfortable with myself. I don't feel, and I also noticed that my concentration levels or my energy, or, when I eat to a certain extent, when I eat too much, actually to be exact, when I eat too much, I don't concentrate or have the same level of energy as I do. So I tend to know when to cut off. And then I also began to notice a number of years ago that there are some things that when I eat them, maybe, my body doesn't really agree with them. That was when I began to think, we can't just eat anything. we just see, oh, this is this food, this is that food, and we just put it on a plate and anything goes. And then you start to, and like you said, you get to a certain age, you have to really watch what you eat and how you look after your health. You mentioned about your grandmother living till 825.
Yes.
Wow. So that says, that says a lot about being very careful about what we eat and, the herbs you were talking about. Thank you so very much for coming today and for enlightening us about our health, about the things we put in our body, and about that fantastic products that you're talking about. So there we have it. I have been truly blessed today. I have learned a few things today, and I'm sure that a number of you have as well. If you want to contact Mrs. Wuraola Ekaje to know more about what she does, how the products she's talking about can help you, or how she can talk to you more about your health, or even find somebody who can help you know more about what you eat and how to manage your health situation better. You can contact her on the telephone number that she's provided. Until next time, God bless you.